Hello, and welcome to the Resist Trump Toolkit. In this video, we are going to go over how to create and run an event on Mobilize. This video will be presented in 4 parts. We will first discuss how to find Resist Trump's current pre-made Mobilize event forms. Then we will discuss how to fill out a pre-made Mobilize event form. Then we will discuss how to access your events, both upcoming events as well as previous events. And we will discuss how to monitor your event both beforehand, during the event itself, and afterward. To get started with creating an event on Mobilize using the pre-made forms, first we need to navigate there. So first you go up to this upper area here and click on Events. And then you come down here and you click on Full Event List. This will take you to our Mobilize page where we have all of our events in one place. From here, you will click on the upper right-hand corner, Host an Event. When you first end up on this page, you will be greeted with a contact form that you can use to get in touch with us if you want to learn more about hosting an event for the Resist Trump campaign. But for our purposes here, what we're going to do, we're going to scroll past this and scroll down to choosing the type of event that we want to host. In this case, we're looking at hosting a get-together, so we're going to create an event. And now we move on to part B on how to fill out the event form. And from here, we have a bunch of introductory information here in terms of where to start, including things about concerned about your privacy. If you don't have a venue, you don't need one yet, things like that. So it's worth reading through this beforehand to get an idea of what you may need to get started. But following the directions here within the toolkit, we are going to fill out the event title as needed. For the minute, let's just stick with the default here. And then we'll go down here to the event type. And you can choose here between, a meet and greet or, going kind of different types of categories, whether it's a full-on meeting, a community event, outreach, a house party. We'll just arbitrarily choose meet and greet here. Scroll on down. And down here, there's a description area. And you can add in any event details you want advertised on the main event page here. On Mac OS, they let you open up this text box here a little bit, so just kind of want to show off what's here. Please do feel free to add to this as you see fit. You may wish to include things like meet with your neighbors to discuss what you can do to resist Trump. Or you might say, for example, that we meet once a week in southern Washington to plan what we can do in our community, or wherever you'll be happening to meet. So yeah, editable text box. You can do what you need here. From here, we move on down to the visibility portion. And here we can choose whether this event is listed as a public event or as a private event. Public means that other people can find this event on your feed. Anyone can, choose to join in. Having it on here doesn't necessarily mean that the address of the event is immediately shared. We'll go into that in a little bit. But it does mean that other people who may be interested in helping out can find it, search it up, and then you can, vet them as you need to. So after you've chosen your visibility, you can choose the type of location that the event is in. You could choose whether it is in person or if it is on a virtual meeting, such as through Zoom or through Google Meets or another application similar to that, video meeting, if you will. We're going to choose in person, and we can choose to add a location to help supporters find this event. Now, here we're going to just kind of arbitrarily paste in the address to the Empire State Building. Again, arbitrary. And I'd like to draw your attention down here to this checkbox. when you click on only attendees can see this location. So a normal posting with it unchecked, it will show the full address on the web page, on the Mobilize web page. But if this is checked, that means that it will not be displayed on the web page. But if somebody comes in and clicks on, clicks that they are going to attend the event and puts in their information like their name and such, then they will get an email stating the location of this meeting. So it's a way to kind of limit the amount of people that have access to this address, to interested parties at the very least. Yeah. So from here, we can choose the date and time of our event. And this is pretty basic stuff. You can choose whether it's a singleton event, a single event that happens, or if it's going to be something that happens, weekly for a month or whatever you would like. So, and for our example here, we're just going to say that it happens today on June 16th. We'll say that the event started at 10 a.m., goes till 10:30. All of that's in the past. Okay, so let's say it starts tomorrow instead. See, they're smart about this sort of stuff. Okay, so tomorrow 10 o'clock, and we can also optionally choose the amount of people that we can carry in this event, and it's probably a good idea to know what kind of capacity you can deal with at your location, and put this here so that you don't end up having too many people come in, because that can make things difficult. So for our purposes here, let's say that we can have a capacity of, well, it's the Empire State Building, so let's say it's got a capacity of 100. Why not? Uh, we'll say repeat every week for a month, and you get this nice little weekly meeting at 10 o'clock now. Communications, it's a good idea to, well, it's actually required to add the contact phone of the event coordinator. So we're gonna add a fake phone number here, but you would add your real phone number. Additional information for the attendees. This is linking to the Google Docs presentation that was kind of mentioned at the very beginning, and this is sharing that information with those those who would like to attend the event. You could choose what kind of language you will primarily be speaking. It just makes it easier to kind of have an appropriate outreach. And then there's the accessibility page. Make sure that if and when you use this, that it is completely accurate. You want to make sure that if you claim to meet ADA standards for any of these things, that you actually do. So fill this out as honestly as you can, and it'll be good. You can add extra details here. Now this is a nifty little feature. You can let the attendees and organizers message each other over email about 2 days, 48 hours before the event, and it anonymizes all email addresses. So you have just kind of a mini temporary forum to discuss things as needed. You can add co-hosts, and then from there you can finalize the event creation. Fellow co-hosts can manage attendees, view and download signups, and edit the event. So, for whoever this applies to in your application, please do feel free to fill all of that out. Well, now that we have gone through our form, we can continue to finalize the event creation. So we'll continue with email. So now that we've clicked on the continue with email option, you will then fill out your first name, last name, and email address that you want associated with this account. Let's get rid of that. Let's try host this event. Okay, you have created your event, and now it's a different day. And you would like to see, how would you access your events, upcoming, past, that kind of thing. Your login link is up here in the upper corner. You go ahead, give it a click. And then down here, you say get a link and code for an email login. There's, of course, the other two options here if you've chosen to, connect your Google or Facebook accounts. You don't have a password system as much as you have a link and code system with your known email. So I'm going to go ahead, type that in, and I will catch up with you after I get my link and code sent in, and we'll get that typed in. When you click the Send Link and Code button, you'll be presented with a dialog box containing your email address, which is blurred here in this video, but it will not be blurred on your screen when you do it. So once you get this dialog, head to your email and click on the button that's sent to you by Mobilize, and you will get logged in. So after you've clicked on the login link inside of your email, you will be taken to the main Mobilize page. So from here, let's get into managing our events. So once you finish logging in, go ahead and click on the menu hamburger up here, the 3 lines. You'll get this sub-menu. And from here, you'll want to click down to the Organize for a Resist Trump campaign to look at your events that you have. Here's the event that we created. Let's talk about Resist Trump. From here, we are able to manage our events. So we can now move on to part D of kind of getting into the details of how to manage your event after it has gone live. When you click through an event, you can see a whole slew of details. You can kind of scroll through. There's a see more details button there. We'll get there shortly. But to kind of stick with the plan within the toolkit, let's kind of go over some of the buttons. And so to kind of go through your options here, we are going to stick with what the toolkit, look at it in kind of toolkit order for the kinds of things that you can do to manage your event. Over here in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see kind of a group of buttons here. Typically, you'll also have a 4th button here called Email Attendees. That will appear once you have attendees attending your event, once you actually have an email list. But as it mentions in the toolkit, you can use that button to kind of select from upcoming shifts or past shifts for events with multiple dates. You can choose whom you want to send the message to, whether it's registered people or confirmed people or canceled participants, and just kind of write aggregate messages through that. Actually, inviting people that though, you can use this to copy your invite link. You can see the little green box that popped up in the lower left-hand corner there. Now, should you ever need to change anything on your form, you can use the edit button here. And that will, I will show you here, more or less bring you back down to the same sort of form again that we had seen earlier. Kind of click back in here. So if you need to change anything, that's where you can do it. So moving back up here to the More submenu, this has some basic options here for your event of, say, emailing all of your hosts, or changing the primary host, duplicating the event, or deleting your event. You can do all of that here. And as we scroll down to the very bottom, you can locate your shifts and your signups. This area here, you can kind of see, who has signed up for this event. In this example event, of course, nobody has signed up on this front. You will generally see, a number of signups here, and they'll be kind of subcategorized into the number that have been registered or confirmed to arrive, have been registered for the event. Confirmed means that they have attended and you have marked them as such. And then canceled, of course, is they, canceled on you. They didn't come. So within the shifts and signups area here as well, this is also useful for if you have an event that is a longer event that has, say, shifts of people coming in and out. This is where you would manage that. This would generally be for a larger time frame, larger amount of people, whatever, whoever is helping to to manage it for the day, you can work through that here. The toolkit kind of goes into more details on that. And accessing the individual signups on shift pages is you would need to click on the date and time down here, this link here. Now, there isn't much going on in this event, but this is where you would find, you know, your names, your contacts, when people have signed up, and the source that they have talked about. Now, there is a lot more that you can do with all of this. Such topics include things like taking attendance, wherein for whoever signs up, you can set the sign up status to be, you know, as well as, you know, you're registered, confirmed, or you know, canceled or whatever. You may also choose, as the coordinator, you can change their status to be completed or no show. Completed, of course, means that the person has come to the event, you are checking them off the list, and, you know, they get the approve, they have attended. Wherein a no-show is, well, a no-show. They promised to attend, but they didn't show up for one reason or another. So you can use that to mark that. And then people who come to your event are also capable of being able to leave feedback about your event, whether it's positive or negative, a simple thumbs up or thumbs down. In addition to that thumbs up or thumbs down, they can also include specific feedback that will show up, and you can move your mouse over the feedback thumbs up, thumbs down to see what they may have written. And you can use that to improve yourself for future events. Scrolling back up here, just to highlight a few other things that can be done. Up in this area, you can see when reminders will be sent to your signups, and these are, you know, just automated stuff. You can choose to show like kind of a post survey. You can choose a follow-up email. And this is where you can turn on or off your group chats. This link here. And finally, if there's any video call information, this is where this would appear. So thank you very much for your time and going over this toolkit with me. You can find out more information by going to our website at resisttrump.us, or you can find us on our Discord. Thank you very much.